Perspective is actually a very interesting thing. What very, I don't know how to put it, a very interesting tweet that I saw, and to be honest, people feel free to say whatever you want to say, is one that actually did address PC gamers talking about Microsoft games. It's very interesting that, this is something that somebody would say from the Xbox side. And I think it's paramount that we bring this up because I'm a PC gamer. PlayStation was my console of choice, and Xbox is a more recent, I guess I would say, study for me. I looked at the Xbox ecosystem as far back as like 2019 when Game Pass PC beta came into light. This is when I started wondering, okay, look at my video 5 years ago. It's right here from my other channel. I know some of you don't know me from back in the day when I used to make Division videos. And I remember talking a lot about, at the time, how this proposition was ever going to work if this was actually a reality, right? And so in my own perspective, I started looking at Game Pass from the perspective of a PC gamer. Xbox had been taking the PC approach and seeing benefits and gains from it. In fact, if we go back to like 2021, or let's go back to 2016, which I like to put in front of those of you who may be, Xbox aficionados, who don't like the fact that Xbox is trying to move with a multiplat strategy. But I got to tell you, the multiplat strategy is the reason that you're even complaining today, because if it wasn't there, you wouldn't even have an Xbox to complain about. Like, Xbox would be gone. Microsoft would have shut the windows and the doors, and they would probably not invest in it. But when the crap gamer in February 11th of 2016 was complaining about Quantum Break, Xbox had already basically tried, and I think, to basically do whatever it could for Xbox players to buy their games. So when they moved to PC, the reality is when you look down from 2019, you're going to see that Xbox games started to make a lot of money. They were in the top 100. From what I can find, you find at least 2 Xbox games, if not 3 sometimes, in the top 100 games on Steam in 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23, and 2024. 6 years in a row, all the data sets that you can find from Steam right here. Let me show you how to find this data set so that way you don't think it's some whatever. Just go on Google and Google Steam Best 2023. Click the link and then scroll all the way down. It will give you all the previous years that you can pretty much go back and do research for yourself, and you will see best of 2017 through 2022. Now, what I've realized is the link for 2018 and 2017 don't work. However, 2019, the data set is still here for top sellers. It tells you the top 100 games as measured by their gross revenue this year. And you will see that move from Phil Spencer, when he brought these games to PC day one, they paid off because these games started to pretty much rank in the top 100 games. Gears of War 5 is here in the bronze category. There were not enough Xbox consoles to sell these games and keep these studios open. Plus the fact that you have to deal with Call of Duty and all the others. In fact, if we want to go back, and this is the beauty of data, right? Steam game releases on SteamDB, we'll be able to find out how many games launched in 2019, 8,000 games. And as these games have doubled basically all the way through 2024, when you go back and look at the Steam Best of even maybe 24, Steam Best of 2024, you'll realize that these Xbox games have actually ranked even much higher on the list. They're making more money now, consistently. I mean, they bought Call of Duty, yeah, but 2023 Starfield was up there. And in the year that 14,000 games were launched. So this strategy has always been sound. Check this comment out. This person said, are there actually any actual Xbox content creators or podcasts left? It seems all that's left is PC gamers who just talk about Microsoft games. Evil MC, I know you may not know much about the PC ecosystem, but the word Microsoft gaming is actually a swear word in PC. Maybe you don't know. Because back then, Microsoft tried to come into the PC ecosystem with that nonsense console BS that they do, where they wanted to charge people money to play online and all of this nonsense. And PC gamers said, miss us with that crap and get the heck out of here. Yeah. The PC platform was not a friendly ground for anything that Microsoft was doing in that regard. And so what did they do? Well, they stuck with console. They were having a blast in the 360 days. But once they got into the Xbox One days and PlayStation started to basically throw them all over the place, they decided, man, we got to go back to PC. But by the time they were going back to PC, guess who was there? Guess who was setting the tone for how PC gaming and the customer on the PC gaming side should be treated? It was Steam. So you either come into Steam and win, or if you bring your BS, you die. Ask PlayStation how that's going. I saw a comment from an audience member of mine. Man, a lot of people need to know about this stuff. An audience member of mine came and said, I thought you said that, that PlayStation games aren't selling well on PC. I didn't say that. I'm looking at the data, and their games don't seem to be bringing in enough concurrent users. There are not a lot of reviews compared to before they put the PlayStation accounts thing. Even a game like Horizon Forbidden West, that did not necessarily meet sales standards, when you look at Steam Best of 2024, that game actually did chart in the top 100 games in Steam. The moment they put that particular PlayStation requirement, almost immediately their games started to basically be games that people lost interest in. Let me give you another data set. Look at Steam's Best of 2024. Look at this whole list. Helldivers 2, no PlayStation requirement. The only game that breaks in is Ghost of Tsushima because they sold it on, you get the online or something, or the director's cut. I don't know how they pulled that off. But again, that's a small niche game too. That's another thing that worked out for them. Ghost of Tsushima right here. It's a game that will require you to have a PlayStation account. That game charted. But a game like Horizon Forbidden West, look at it. It charted. Doesn't have that. Where's God of War Ragnarok? It's not here. But if I go back to 2020, you'll see God of War Ragnarok actually charting on this particular list. I think it was 2022 or 2021 that Ragnarok came out. So let me go ahead and just put some context to this particular thing. You saying that there are PC gamers talking about Microsoft games, I don't think you're painting a fair picture. Because believe it or not, Xbox brought its ecosystem to PC and is not only bringing it to PC, but it's bringing it with a consumer friendliness approach of Steam in the sense that they're giving you benefits. For instance, this is not even a Game Pass related thing. Let's forget Game Pass. If I pay for a copy of, say, an Xbox game on here, I have the ability to basically cloud stream that game. It's part of the cloud streaming cross entitlement that they have. That is a benefit for the gamer. It makes me think, should I buy Steam version or should I buy an Xbox version? If I'm into cloud gaming, if I have maybe different apps and I can access the game, I can get the cloud gaming benefit if the game supports it. Refund strategy. They brought the Xbox refund policy as well on the PC platform. That's just like Steam. 2 hours or less, if I'm not a fan of the game, I can easily go in there, click, refund. Epic has a self-refund. You just literally click it and it just automatically refunds it if it meets the criteria on the spot. That is what they're bringing. So we are looking at it from a value perspective on what the customer gets. I gotta say, if you're on the Xbox side and you're dissatisfied with what Xbox is doing, right? If that's what it is that's, probably maybe causing you to maybe do whatever, I can understand you have your qualms, but perspective is a whole different thing entirely. The reason you see me making these videos is because I'm actually coming at it from my perspective. And, maybe many times I may not necessarily get how the Xbox player may see things, but I'm not an Xbox player. How would you expect me to basically see it that way? All I can see is the experience that's being put in front of me. And I'm asking the question, is it worth my money? So that's why I actually went ahead and bought an Xbox, because I was like, I'm not seeing much from the Xbox player's perspective. Let me get an Xbox. Let me see what it's like to actually play from an Xbox perspective and then coming from the PC. And believe you me, the value is insane. I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is wild. Because now that takes it to a whole different level. Because now not only do I get the cross-streaming entitlement like I was talking about, that copy, if it's a Play Anywhere title, I get that same copy on the Xbox. The same is not afforded to me for my PlayStation games. And believe you me, I've almost duplicated my PlayStation library on here as much as I can to the games that are available on PC. I got my Miles Morales, I got my Spider-Man. There are different copies that I had to pay for. Right? I got my Horizon Zero Dawn. That one's on Good Old Games. It was a separate copy that I had to pay for. My Horizon Forbidden West, which I don't even have a copy on PlayStation because I just knew I probably just need to buy one. I didn't buy Ragnarok. I was going to buy it, but I was like, I'm not going to pay full price because that's what PlayStation wants me to do. They want me to go ahead and pay full price for 2 copies of the game. As a PC player, they don't have anything to offer me. So if I don't buy it on their platform and call it good there, I wait and I get it on PC. So the reality here, ladies and gentlemen, is if you're in the Xbox ecosystem and you're not seeing the value and you're not seeing it from that perspective, it's understandable, but don't be fooled that no one from the outside is seeing it. In fact, I would argue, and I'll be bold to say that even the PlayStation fans are now starting to see it. It's living rent-free in their head. Why? Because they have dissertations as to why Game Pass is bad. That's why their claims are falling on deaf ears, because PC gamers are looking at it and saying, well, that's a load of horse manure. So when you say PC gamers talking about Microsoft games, as much as you may feel like that's like some kind of a, categorization, it makes no sense. Microsoft's strategy on PC has to conform to the already set and established standard, which is Steam's. And it's a consumer-friendly one. I think what they're offering on Xbox is as consumer-friendly as the console standards will give, even though I'd advise you to abandon the Xbox and come to PC, where you don't pay to play online, where you have a lot more freedom and you have access to Steam. Xbox fans will tell me, no, I want to play on my Xbox. That's your prerogative. I'm not saying you must. I'm just saying that having weighed both of them, I see a better value on the Xbox console compared to PlayStation. Because the Xbox console gives you even a lower entry point with the Series S. But that's just my opinion. However, I still think PC rocks. I still want to enjoy the benefits of what it is to have a PC and enjoy the fact that I'm not going to have to be bolted into ecosystems. And so that's why the PC thing is cool, but also the Xbox side on PC is not a joke either. And I understand that this is coming from exclusivists, people who like exclusivity, because your games are no longer exclusive. Stop whining. You whined in 2016 and it benefited you all these years. Like I said, if Xbox did not take its games to PC, I don't think you'd be able to complain about Xbox today. You wouldn't have one to complain about if they didn't do that. So trying to complain now that they want to go into the PlayStation ecosystem and that being a problem, man, I wish I'd catch any of you in a debate so that I can question how inconsistent your worldview is, because that's what it is. You were happy about it when it was convenient for you. But now that the company is looking and saying, all right, we already basically have been able to keep our fans fed, giving you Game Pass. Every game we bring out on a platter, you get a choice. Now we got to go make more money because cost of games are getting more expensive. You guys want to all throw a hissy fit. I don't know, man. Let me question the loyalty of some of these Xbox fans once again. Yeah, because when I do, I get people jump out of the woodwork on me. But then I keep seeing them all over the place. Are these Xbox fans? Okay. Maybe. That's probably, you know what? Let me not say much. Because if I say, they're going to be like, VG. Peace out.